Here's Foster turning the corner again, drawing some doubles. Here's a jump shot. Gregory, no. Kept alive, though. That was Reeves on the tap, and the putback for Judah Mintz.
Wow, 6-3. Good box out by Renew. Reeves couldn't get anywhere because of the box, but allowed Judah Mintz to get in there and get the basketball.
Boy, Mintz is tough. Livingston gets the steal. He somehow finds Mintz with his back to the play. Livingston, a contested three. Book it! Livingston over Evans, and Oak Hill takes the lead. Kevin Boyle wants a timeout. The Warriors have come alive here in the final quarter. Oh, Montverde has led for nearly this entire game. Oak Hill has had just 50 seconds in front, and they will add to that now as the coaches got into it a little bit there at the half, or at the timeout call. You can see them drawing a little bit. Absolutely.
Kevin Boyle is steaming at his team right now. And, you know, here is that momentum starting to shift a little bit over to Oak Hill. They are an emotional team. They're driven by that, and they're running off of Judah Mintz right now. He is the high octane that's in this fuel.
Well, Montverde is not a stranger to playing from behind in this tournament. They trailed for 16 minutes in last night's game. That's half the game against Milton. They actually only had the lead for 11 because there were a lot of ties in that game as well. And so Montverde has come from behind as recently as last night. They were losing in the third quarter of that game to Milton.
And the beauty is it doesn't matter when you get it. Well, it does matter. It matters that you have the lead at the end of the game. That's when it really, really matters. But this is going to be an uphill battle. The crowd, you feel, is kind of behind Oak Hill, and we'll see what happens. We've got 6:36 left here in the fourth with Oak Hill leading by 3.
Well, this crowd, they've seen Montverde raise the trophy 4 times in the last decade. They want to see a legendary program like Oak Hill get a taste of it and hopefully come back for years to come.
But not so fast, because Montverde has some incredible talent, and they are primed. They've been in these games before. This is nothing new and pretty much customary to their program.
By the way, folks, if you want to entertain yourself, go look at the alumni lists for both of these programs. Unbelievable, the type of talent they have churned out. That is a tough shot by Hood Shafino, completely turned aside by Reeves.
Great job by Reeves getting that block and not fouling Hood Shafino.
To me, this is a coming out party for Christian Reeves. He was not in the top 200 coming into this tournament, but he has played nearly this entire game and played well. Here's Mintz through the legs, pulls up, leaning in. Judah Mintz forcing it through.
Huge basket, shaking his head now, basically saying no one can guard me.
He is DC tough. Judah Mintz making a name for himself here with Oak Hill. He has been here before. So is this guy, Derek Whitehead, around the screen. Double teamed, had to give it up. Hood Shafino.
Got to rotate quickly here. That's a foul. It's going to go on Renew.
Oh, Renew on the moving screen, and now you can really feel this crowd getting behind Oak Hill.
John, he dipped the shoulder slightly, and these officials are trying to keep control of the game, and that's part of it, calling that type of foul.
That is 3 fouls on Renew to go with 3 on Evans.
Foster's bringing it up, met by Shafino, and somebody's open with that double team, and too much dribbling maybe at times for this Oak Hill team.
Mintz fades away, no good. Livingston tried to punch it. Can they save it? They do. Here comes Mitchell into traffic, drops it off. Hood Shafino is fouled.
That's a good foul. If it's on Livingston, that's bad news for Oak Hill.
And it is. That is the 4th foul on Chris Livingston.
John, I thought that Oak Hill, though, did a good job in the defending that in their transition defense. Getting back, they did get the foul. Shafino is winded. He'll shoot 2. Remember, he has to work for all of that.
Remember, Livingston was the one who tried to dunk that ball down and then fell, and somehow he made it back down the court to commit that foul and not allow a layup.
Yes, both teams just greyhounds getting out in transition. That time the defensive transition, and Shafino, as I said, was a little winded. He missed that one.
Yeah, he is a great shooter, but he is off tonight. 1 for 9 from the field, and now he misses a free throw as well.
McBride into the game for Oak Hill, number 21, played also some significant minutes in that first half.
makes the second, cuts it to 4. And here comes the pressure from the Eagles. They've won the turnover battle so far, but we haven't seen them fully turn it on with their trap, and obviously with their size, they can cause some trouble.
Too much dribbling right now, and the inside is open.
Oh, Gregory had it blocked by Iwachukwu, but keeping it alive was McBride.
To break that press effectively, you've got to pass the basketball. Just a little too much dribbling from Foster, trying to make something happen on his own.
Shot clock never reset. It's down to 2. There's a fadeaway. Got a piece of the rim, but Whitehead secures the rebound for Montverde.
It's a really bad possession for the Warriors, and now Derek Whitehead wants to do something about it. It looks like he got fouled by Reeves, and he'll go to the line to shoot.
Yeah, Reeves commits his 3rd. I just think that Reeves has changed so many shots for Montverde. Even with a chance to get points here for Whitehead, Reeves is not letting it come easy for Montverde.
And how effective is he just in doing those things? Imagine when he gets super confident offensively, he will be a double-double force.
Yeah, he is still growing into that body, but already an impact player as Whitehead converts on the first to make it a 3-point game.
Yeah, Oak Hill, man, has to limit the empty possessions. And I love all their players, but they're really not sharing the basketball like they should, and it could cost them in this game.
Whitehead makes both, only 6 points, but look for him to be a major factor here in the final 4 minutes. Foster breaks the press. Foster kicks. Mintz down the lane, has to back it out.
And Mintz may have gotten away with a little extra step there. He's so quick that you sometimes don't catch it.
Yeah, his mind is moving so fast, sometimes his feet don't keep up. Did that on the previous possession, too. Mintz into Iwachukwu, missed it, tapped out. Here comes Montverde. Hood Shafino leading a 3-on-2 all the way in and beats McBride to the spot, and this game is tied again.
Wow, great play by Hood Shafino. He knew all the way that he was either going to get that basket or get fouled. And here we go. You've got to pass the basketball, and these Oak Hill players have got to move.
Mintz fading away is blocked by Renew. Hood Shafino on the break again. He's got teammates. Whitehead throws it down to give the Eagles the lead.
And momentum has shifted once again. It's a game of runs, and how true is that? Oak Hill has to burn a timeout, down 2.
A good timeout, though. I think that's a perfect time for one. They have 5 of them left, now 4, with 3:23 to go in the 4th. We can step aside here on VSN, catch our breath. We've got a good one here in the title game. 3 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in this City of Palms Classic. Oak Hill was up just moments ago, and Montverde storming back with their full court press and some transition opportunities to take a 2-point lead.
The resiliency of Montverde is showing right now. One key thing that might be not noticeable to everyone, Kevin Boyle kept number 5 Renew in when he actually was called for the foul on the screen. He's been a contributor, and he continued to have faith in him and keep him in. I think that is really, really key for Montverde right now.
Yeah, this is the 5 that Coach Boyle has decided to go with in crunch time. It includes the 7-footer Iwachukwu, and then Mitchell and Renew, who have been so good throughout this game. You've also got Hood Shafino, who has come alive, and Whitehead, their veteran.
Good D by Mitchell.
Mintz going to take the jumper and knock it down. Well, is there any doubt that Judah Mintz is going to make shots here down the stretch?
No, he wants it every time. He wants it every time. He believes. I talked about the belief system. Judah Mintz really believes they're going to win tonight.
Under 2:50 remaining, tied at 48. These two powerhouses going blow for blow here in Fort Myers. Burned a lot of shot clock, have the Eagles already down to 11.
I think it's good patience here. They're making Oak Hill guard them.
There's the handoff to Whitehead. He pulls up over Reeves. My goodness! Derek Whitehead bringing rain.
What a time to put on a best performance and step out.
That almost
as a big-time shooter.
That almost hit the fingernail of Christian Reeves.
That is a huge shot with 2 minutes left here in the final quarter. And you can dribble, big guy.
There are still some possessions left, but that could be the difference. Mintz into the leading defender, and a block is called on Renew. And so Mintz can get 2 of those points right back.
Yeah, Renew was moving with the offensive player there.
Yeah, it's one of those where the feet are set, but the body is still shifting with the offensive player, and so it is a block on Renew, and Mintz gets 2 free throws. And he's got 20 points to lead all scorers and a chance for 2 more, and these are critical.
And the clock stops.
Oh, they better get a body on Dariq Whitehead on that next possession because he is starting to really heat up when it matters. Again, he was with the only returning player from the 2019 Montverde team that won this championship. Again, that team included Cade Cunningham. That team included Moses Moody.
Who went to Arkansas that's with Golden State right now.
It included Scotty Barnes.
LaRon Sharp.
Day'Ron,
thank you.
Ryan Nemhard, Langston Love, Zeb Jackson. Those were the guys who played. And Caleb Houston, who now is at Michigan.
That's incredible. A list of talent.
And that's about where these guys are going to be in 2 years.
Absolutely.
Makes it a 1-point game, 51-50.
You see some pressure here from Oak Hill just to try to be disruptive and also pinch into that shot clock a little bit.
Yeah,
Make them run something offensively that will maybe get them to hurry. 2-3 zone also by Oak Hill. More of a matchup zone.
And neither team concerned about time right now. It's all about execution. Hood-Schifino weaving through, gives it up. Mitchell on the baseline over Reeves. Reeves got the block. Renew goes up strong, couldn't finish. Renew's second chance goes down.
How about that? How about that?
How many times have we seen that tonight? Renew with 2 and 3 offensive rebounds and able to finally stuff it in.
Thoroughly impressed with that young man tonight.
Reeves gives the ball fake, hands to Foster.
And Reeves flashes open right now underneath.
Foster gives it to Reeves. There's the cut and a beautiful find from Foster.
And he moved without the basketball. It's beautiful when players do that and you reward them.
Under 1 minute to go. We've got a 1-point game. The title on the line and a timeout from Kevin Boyle. Both teams with 4 timeouts still remaining. And he is going to use a full, it looks like.
The 2 unsuspecting players based off of past performance at this tournament, Mitchell with 14, Renew with 12. We expected from Whitehead to light the world on fire. He does have 11, but those are the 2 players that are leading the team right now in scoring.
Yeah, those are kind of your positionless 6'7" guys who are springy in a tight game with a lot of size and physicality. It makes sense to me that they would step up. They are relentless, both of them. Mitchell a little smoother, Renew a little more in your face, but they can both get it done. And I'm also impressed with, the trustee with Chukwu, who's new to the program, didn't play much last night, but he's been a presence down low. And then how about Christian Reeves? Only 6 points, but a big bucket there and not shy in this big moment.
Yeah, they have missed him. I've been preaching it all night that Oak Hill, if they're going to take one thing away, win or lose from this game, is they really didn't go to the post hardly at all. And I think that could potentially be an opportunity even as they move forward past tonight.
And if you're looking for a player to make a game-winning play, I would say Whitehead for Montverde and Livingston for Oak Hill. He's been a little quiet in the second half. He's made a couple of plays, but he is their go-to guy and really stepped up last night in the semis.
Both of these teams are crafty defensively. You got to be careful of the support D that slips underneath for that charge if you are Livingston going to the bucket. Same as Whitehead as well. Oak Hill's been doing a pretty good job of rotating in that paint. You just got to be really, really careful with this possession.
And they're sticking with the zone. Livingston has 4 fouls. Shot clock already down to 12. There's a backdoor cut and a dunk. Dylan Mitchell.
Are you kidding me?
Mitchell on the feed from Hood-Schifino. And now Oak Hill can't waste time. They're down 3. Less than 30 seconds to go. Livingston going to draw a lot of attention. Guarded by Mitchell all the way through, and he's fouled.
Wow.
Livingston had nowhere to go, no angle towards the rim. Reeves was crashing, but it would have been too late to get it to him, and so Livingston gets a much-needed whistle to go to the line.
I want to go back down here to Mitchell. It was either a dunk or bust. He put it all out there. He has been so active around the rim, and I've been so impressed with him, just taking whatever is available to him, and it's been so productive for the Eagles today.
And a well-designed play from Coach Boyle as well. They knew that zone was coming at him again, and they knew exactly what to do, and Livingston misses the first. That is huge.
Up to this point, Oak Hill has been an 87% free throw shooting team this game, but throw that out the window. It doesn't matter. It matters what you do right now.
Gregory comes in for McBride.
I'm not sure what happened here. They're saying that Oak Hill called timeout. One of the coaches, and Livingston shot that free throw. He made it. Now he'll get that second free throw. Called that off.
Oh, my goodness, he missed them both. Iwachukwu scoops it up, and now they have to foul. Foster will, and Whitehead can put this game on ice.
And I'm not really sure there's anyone that you would want to foul on his team, but Whitehead is one that you don't want to foul. They had no choice.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, John, just so many missed opportunities, but overall, they're high school players, and this atmosphere is just amazing. Both teams have really put on a good show tonight.
They have. They need this one. Whitehead missed it, but an offensive rebound by Iwachukwu. Is that a jump? It's a jump. The arrow favors Montverde.
Wow. I thought Iwachukwu might have stepped out of bounds, or even they call the walking, and that's a huge break for Montverde. They're going to call a quick timeout.
Yeah, Kevin Boyle is going to talk it over as well with 16 seconds left in this ball game, and boy, that was a shocking miss by Whitehead.
Wow. The free throws from Livingston, you got big-time players step up, and not to put too much emphasis on just one play, but you really needed those free throws. They're so important, and he missed them.
And both teams did. Whitehead,
both teams did.
Who's probably
Absolutely.
the one guy you would want at the line in that situation. He misses the front end of that 1-and-1. And so now Kevin Boyle has to design an inbound play to make sure his team can catch it. And even if they do, it's another front end of a 1-and-1. So if they miss that, it's still just a one-possession game. Even if they make it, there's still enough time to get down the court, get a quick two, and then foul again.
Well, I think there's going to be so much emphasis on Whitehead and Schifino. I would look for Mitchell to get this opportunity to ice this game. I really would. Either Mitchell or Renew, maybe Iwachukwu stepping up, but I think one of those three players is going to be the go-to right now.
They have to reset the clock, which for some reason ran during that timeout, so we've got a break, and they put it back up there, 16.7. Yeah, this inbound's so important. Kevin Boyle had the whiteboard out. They've got plenty of size to try and catch it. Look at Renew running circles. Iwachukwu hands, and they do foul Iwachukwu. They were trying to get the quick flip to Hood Schifino, but instead it will be the USC commit going to the line for a 1-and-1.
And Iwachukwu welcomed it. I love it with the fist, the fire in the belly. He wants it. He wants to ice this game and go home.
Yeah, confident, but now the reality sets in. He's got to make it, and now a whistle. Not sure what that was about. I think the down official gave 2 shots, but it is a 1-and-1. So they will muscle up here on the potential rebound.
Whitehead out here hugging on.
Oh, it's off Oak Hill again. That one off of Gregory as Mitchell was battling for it, and another inbound coming.
Wow, what do you think both teams will be doing in practice this week coming?
Probably shooting free throws.
I would bet on it.
Mitchell looking, finally gets it to Hood Schifino, and that's exactly who the Eagles wanted to get the ball to, and now Hood Schifino will shoot a 1-and-1.
Somebody has got to make the 1-and-1, right?
Yes.
What are the odds? Is Schifino going to do it? Going to Indiana, sharpshooter here for this team. We thought so with Whitehead as well, but Montverde has had so many opportunities to ice this game.
And finally, they get a front end to go. And that makes it a 2-score game with only 14 seconds to go.
Yes, and Oak Hill's got to get it up in a hurry and quickly foul or call a timeout.
If he makes this, you probably need a 3. And he does. Not a lot of time, and it's going to be 2 shots for Montverde on the next possession.
You got to go quick.
Foster,
too much dribbling.
Long 3 for Foster. Banked it in! And a quick timeout from Oak Hill to stop the clock at 8.9.
Wow.
This game is still in the balance.
It doesn't matter how it goes in. It only matters that it went in, and that one went.
Boy, Foster and the Warriors catch a break, and they are still alive.
Foster must be living right. That's all I've got to say.
That gets him into double digits, 22 for Mintz, 10 for Foster, 10 for Livingston. And now Oak Hill will look to foul, but obviously they'll go for a steal first. And they have to, Montverde has to decide who they want to try and get the ball to. Hood Schifino looks steady right there on his free throws, but they will be in the double bonus now. So if you're a Montverde fan, you can rest assured they'll get 2 free throws here. And if you make both, the game is almost over. If you make 1 out of 2, Oak Hill is still alive.
And for Oak Hill, you got to be careful. You do not overcommit, and you got to be careful for that leak out. Whitehead tried it in the first half. They defended it well. You've really got to be conscious of that.
See both of these legendary coaches earning their money in that huddle. Coach Smith, Coach Boyle have done a terrific job, in their careers and with these teams in particular, and throughout this tournament, trying to go a perfect 4-0 in the best tournament field in high school basketball. It's going to be Mitchell to inbound. He can run the baseline. He does. Hood Schifino in the corner is quickly fouled. Let's see if they give it to Mintz or Livingston. If it's Livingston, he's done.
I think it's on Mintz. The referees are smarter than that.
Yeah, it is on Mintz, although Livingston gave some contact too.
He did. And
so
officials certainly want to keep these players, the best players in there to compete. Timeout by Steve Smith and Oak Hill.
So I'll talk it over again, but boy, this tournament has not disappointed. There were a lot of blowouts the first couple days, but this tournament has picked up steam, and we've seen some outstanding clubs, not just these Final Four that have been our headliners in our primetime games the last 2 nights, but during the day as well. I know we both love the Dr. Phillips team from Orlando with 3 absolute stars. Ernest Uday Jr. raising his stock at this tournament, a big man headed to Kansas. Calvary Christian went 3-1, a team from the state of Florida. They're from Fort Lauderdale. They rotated 6 high-level D1 commits with their club. So a great talent all up and down this tournament field, not just in the field of 16, but in that signature series and the Sunshine Series as well. Last night was AZ Compass's time to shine as one of the premier academies in the country as well. So, I mean, what can you add to that? Because we've seen so many great players and teams.
I don't think you can. If you're Donnie Wilkie, the talent director, which I'll call him, I'm not sure what his official title is, you're really trying to already think about next year tonight.
Yeah.
Because you've probably got a lot of teams here that will be back. And, John, we've mentioned it many, many times. This is such a young field, a lot of young players. I would not be surprised to see the Boozer twins in a Montverde Academy uniform soon.
We'll see. We'll see who goes after the Boozer twins. Their Christopher Columbus team won a one-off game at the beginning of the tournament and were immediately invited to the field next year. And so right now they are penciled in to be one of the 16 teams in the main bracket. Hood Schifino at the free throw line with big shots. And he makes the first, so one more big one left.
Coach Kevin Boyle took a seat for maybe the first time this whole game.
Oak Hill burns another one to try and ice Hood Schifino.
Well, you do anything and you do everything right now. They're still in it. It's 7.9 seconds. If you get it down quick and you hit a quick shot, 2 or 3, you're still in this game whether Schifino makes it or not.
They will generally announce next year's teams over the summer. The bids are kind of floating around based on how the talent floats around from semester to semester. But, if these teams right here want to come back, they absolutely can. Same goes for IMG, maybe AZ Compass eventually in the main field. And plenty of other teams that could come back. Usually they'll recycle more than half the main field. Usually only 4 to 8 of the 16 will come back from the prior year. But we will see some of these teams again next December. Big shot here for the title. It is good. And now Oak Hill has got to make multiple buckets in less than 7 seconds.
They got to move quick here.
Livingston's 3 is off the mark, and that should do it.
Picked up his dribble too soon, John.
Out of bounds with 2 seconds to go. Montverde will send it in, and that should do it. Inbound to Whitehead. They get the foul before the buzzer sounds, so 2 more free throws coming for Derek Whitehead.
a mass exodus here in the arena with the crowd. Great crowd tonight. They love their basketball here.
Whitehead just putting on the finishing touches. His first is no good. Oak Hill will touch it up, and that will be that. They'll have a trophy presentation after the game. 60-55 could be the final. They're going to launch it the length of the court, well short. And for the 5th time in the last 10 years, the Montverde Eagles are champions of the Culligan City of Palms Classic.